Absolutely. Here is the exact same script, but every bullet style list is now rewritten into comma-separated sequences, so an AI voice won't misinterpret them as separate sections or pauses. No wording changed, only bullet formatting, comma formatting. Transcript, with bullet points converted to commas, no wording changes. Hello, my name is Yaksh, and this is my final project for CSC299. My project is called ArtGrow, and it's a personal knowledge management system combined with a task manager designed specifically for artists learning drawing fundamentals. In this video, I'll first walk through my development process from prototype 1 to prototype 3, and then I'll demonstrate the final system in action. I started this project by thinking about how artists actually learn. Through the research, I learned that artists constantly create two types of information. First, theory, anatomy breakdowns, perspective rules, lighting concepts, and second, tasks, where it's more like notes in action. So my initial idea was, a PKMS should store the mind. A task manager should store the work. Prototype 1 was extremely simple. I only implemented add note. This first version helped me confirm I understood how to structure the program into modules. I used ChatGPT heavily at this stage, but not for code, more for planning. How should the storage system work? What fields should notes have? Should I include timestamps? By writing a small specification.md early, I gained clarity and avoided scope creep. I learned that planning before coding makes the final software much easier to scale. Prototype 1 included list notes, JSON storage, and a basic CLI loop. After Prototype 1 worked, I realized the system wasn't useful enough without features like editing, filtering, searching, and deleting. Prototype 2 completely expanded the PKMS and Task Manager. I added editing notes and tasks, searching notes by keywords, tag filters, safer deletion with confirmation, task editing workflow, command logging, stronger error handling, and a cleaner modular file structure. At this stage, I restructured the entire command handler because the early version was messy. ChatGPT acted like a code reviewer, helping me rethink command passing, argument validation, input handling, and modularity between pkms.py, taskmanager.py, and storage.py. I also started writing tests.d, including both manual tests and PyTest-based structure. This taught me how testing exposes weaknesses, invalid IDs, empty input, corrupted JSON, missing fields. Every bug made my program more stable. A major personal lesson from this stage was that I rewrite code better than I write it the first time. Refactoring became a normal part of the process. Prototype 3 was the biggest jump. I introduced 5 AI features, each functioning like its own intelligent assistant: note summarizer, practice routine generator, skill analysis engine, art mentor, artwork critique agent, and anatomy explainer. This was my first time designing a multi-agent structure. Initially, I tried to build one giant universal AI function, but that approach produced messy and inconsistent outputs. After struggling with formatting issues and unpredictable responses, I redesigned the system so that every AI tool has its own function, its own system prompt, its own purpose, and its own constraints. This was a turning point. I learned that specialization leads to clarity, not only in AI, but in software architecture itself. I also built specification.md, documentation.md, and a detailed summary to me think like a real developer, balancing design, features, tests, and refactoring. By the time I completed Prototype 3, the entire project felt like a real polished tool for artists. If you want, I can now convert this into a slower, more natural TTIS-optimized version.